The No Fate channel, checking in. And on this episode of Dad's Energy Drink Review, I have not one, but two energy drinks to review. And if this is your first time to the channel, do me a massive favor. Hit that subscribe button over there. On this Dad's Energy Drink Review, I typically review one energy drink on every episode to help you decide, hey, if it's something that's going to be worth it for you to pick up, something that you're going to enjoy the taste of and the experience of, and frankly, if it's worth your hard-earned money. So the website is www.celsius.com, and we've got their Celsius Heat in a can, which most people are familiar with energy drinks in a can, but we also have their packets as well, and I've got their cranberry lemon, and I've got their jackfruit flavor. I definitely jumped ahead a little too quickly into these energy drinks. I wanted my caffeine kick. I forgot to ask you what your favorite energy drink is. I want you to drop that flavor and the energy drink in the comments below. One of the fun things about doing these energy drink reviews is that I get so much useful information out of the comments section. I'm always looking for the best out of the best to try, and frankly, there's so many energy drinks out there, I never know which ones to pick up, so I need you to help me out. Drop it in the comments below, and if I haven't reviewed it already, I'll do my best to get my hands on it. So Celsius Heat, proven performance. These are almost like, it's like a mini pre-workout in a can. I would argue this is definitely very close to a pre-workout in a can. It's meant to get you awake because it's got that caffeine in it, but it's got a few other pre-workout ingredients to boost your metabolism and kind of get your blood flow and get you ready to work out. One can of Celsius Heat comes in at 15 calories, 2 grams of carbohydrates, and then a boatload of vitamins and minerals. Stuff that you would want in your normal diet, but especially want if you are doing a lot of cardio in the gym. We have riboflavin, niacin, B6, B12, biotin, panthetic acid, calcium, chromium, and sodium. I am a huge fan of B vitamins, and I am a big fan of those electrolytes, and that's what's in here. Coming in at 2 grams, we have L-citrulline, probably the premier ingredient for blood flow and, to get those pumps in the gym. Now, that is an underdosage if this was a pre-workout, but for a canned energy drink, that is a really good dosage of L-citrulline. Then we have a proprietary blend, and most energy drinks have proprietary blends. They don't list what's in them. We've got taurine, guana extract, we've got ginger extract, green tea leaf extract, and then we have caffeine. The thing that we really usually get these energy drinks for, caffeine, coming in at 300 milligrams. That's a solid dose for any pre-workout out there. That is like the equivalent of 3 cups of coffee, depending on where you get your coffee. Now, this Celsius Heat comes in a number of flavors. I'm going to put all the flavors up here. You can find this at like Vitamin Shop, a bunch of different places, Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below. You can find this on Amazon. You can find it on their website, www.celsius.com. It starts at $2 a can, but I've seen it with coupons go down even lower. So if you do buy it in bulk, you can certainly save some money. This is jackfruit flavor. Okay, carbonation is medium to medium-low carbonation, which I happen to like to see in my energy drinks. Flavor, I'm assuming it tastes like a jackfruit. So you get that fruity flavor in there, but it's got some type of twist to it that I can't put my finger on. I'm assuming, again, it tastes like a jackfruit. I've never really had a jackfruit. If you have, comment down below. Overall, for my personal taste, it's not like a strong flavor. It's not like over the top or over sweet. A lot of times with energy drinks, we'll see that there's just so much extra flavoring in there. It's almost like drinking melted candy. This one isn't it. It's really kind of passive. It's actually easy to drink, but by no means is this like an amazing flavor. The flavor is just kind of there without being strong or being to the point where you don't like it. I'm going to give this, in terms of a code, in terms of a point system, I'm going to give this a 6.9. I happen to bet that they have better flavors than jackfruit. Frankly, I've never had a jackfruit before, so maybe I'm just way off and not really a fan of the fruit itself. But overall, not a bad flavor, just nothing amazing to write home about. Now, these Celsius packets, the Celsius Live Fit, are actually almost identical to the can. And I want to talk about packets versus cans, and then I'll go over the ingredients. Personally, I typically like the packets a little bit better. Reason being, the price point tends to be a bit lower per packet versus per can. and then you're able to travel with them really easily. You're able to put them in your backpack, drop a few in your car, leave a few at your desk, stuff like that, and then you just have them on hand when you need them, and all you need is your trusty water bottle. Overall, I do tend to really enjoy the packets in general with regards to electrolyte drinks and stuff like that. It has a high level of convenience. Now, one of these boxes is 14 packets, and I'll put the price point that I'm able to find when I actually edit this video up here. Comes in a bunch of flavors. This is cranberry lemon. So one box is 14 packets. The packets have no high fructose corn syrup, no aspartame, no preservatives, no artificial colors or flavors, which again, all things we like to see, non-GMO. How does it work? It says here on the box here how it actually works. Celsius's proprietary Meta Plus formula. I hate proprietary blends. Include green tea with ECCGs, ginger, guarana seed, turns on your thermogenesis, a process that boosts your body's metabolic rate. Now that's a lot of BS, but I will say with regards to the can and with regards to these ingredients, there are thermogenic ingredients that do boost your metabolism. And if you are on a diet, if you are looking to lose weight, obviously one way is to do lots and lots of exercise. The other way, which is probably a little bit smarter in the head, is to take your metabolism from wherever it is and just to try to figure out how to get it burning more fuel. If you burn more fuel, you can lose more weight a little bit quicker, and that's what these ingredients do. They tend to make your system run just a little bit hotter. You get a little bit more like warmth when these things kick in, and your metabolism does work a little bit harder. How much so? I'm not an expert. I'm not going to tell you you're going to burn X amount more calories, but it definitely boosts your metabolism. So this packet is identical of ingredients to the can, the Celsius Heat can. Only two differences. One, they kick out that L-citrulline. There's no L-citrulline in the packets, and that's fine because a lot of people are going to be taking this as like an energy drink and not necessarily using it for the gym, so you don't need that extra blood flow. And the other thing is these cans have 300 milligrams of caffeine. These packets only have 2. And again, that's another thing that I happen to think is a good thing. 300 milligrams of caffeine is a ton of caffeine. And for many of us, we're hitting that caffeine hit multiple times a day, whether it's a coffee or a pre-workout or an energy drink. You're hitting different sources of caffeine throughout the day. So I happen to think having a lower dose of caffeine is preferred because you know you're going to get more caffeine later in the day. And usually with me, 200 milligrams, I tend to get less of an energy spike than I do at 300 milligrams. So let's open these up. Let me show you what these packets look like. All right, simple enough, easy pack. It looks like a stick. You could pack this thing anywhere. You could pack a bunch of these things anywhere. And I'm gonna mix it with water and we are gonna tell you how it actually tastes. For reference, I'm using about 8 ounces of water and a whisking ball. We do see a lot of foaming initially, but oftentimes with these, if you give them a hard shake like I just did, you're gonna get a lot of foaming, but that's all gonna kind of come down if you just let it sit for like 10 or 20 seconds. I will say if you don't already have a reusable water container like this one or an Nalgene or anything that you kind of fancy, you should get one. Don't be using those plastic water bottles. They're bad for the environment and they're bad for your pocketbook or your wallet. Let's see how this tastes. Really good. Wow, I was actually impressed because I was not a big fan of the jackfruit. That cranberry lemon. It's like, it's probably like 3/4 lemonade with a little bit of cran in there. Sometimes you get cranberry in something and it overpowers all the other flavors. No. Front end is that lemonade, that 3/4 lemonade with a little bit of a cranberry twist. Really good, solid flavor. Solid summertime flavor, but solid anytime flavor. If you're a fan of like lemonade with like a twisted tea lemonade type of thing, real good, very smooth, and it's an easy finish. Sometimes with the powders, you kind of get like a grainy finish or a post swallow kind of like feel to it. Not with this at all. Super solid flavor, man. I'm giving this bad boy a 9-1. Yeah, that means you got to go out and get it.
Ooh,
so.
Yeah.
Celsius Live Fit is definitely the way to go. Make sure you're using a reusable water bottle when you do it. Save the environment and your pocketbook. Wow, at 9-1, this is one of very few energy drinks that cracked that 9-point barrier. Certainly something you should check out. Certainly something you should pick up if you're a fan of really good flavor and seriously good energy drinks. Hopefully you found this review informative. If you came this far in the video, do me a massive favor. Give this video a like. Hit that subscribe button down below. And as usual, thank you for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back. This channel is dedicated to my life as a father of 2 wonderful children, and it centers around health, fitness, and all of the tricks and tribulations that I go through to try to be a great parent to my children and still accomplish my own personal goals.